Alright guys, we're about 4 minutes away from my destination in Ringoes to pick up that free John Deere Lawn Tractor. Ringoes is basically the outskirts of Princeton. I've been out this way a few times for free tractors. It seems like everything I get free, I'm always going the same direction. It's either it's either going towards Howell and Freehold, or it's going this way towards Princeton, or it's there's another area I go a lot. It just seems like it's always those areas, you know, richer areas. But anyway, it's a John Deere. It's a newer one. It doesn't, in the photo, it doesn't show the deck, but the chassis, the unit itself is in excellent condition. When I get there, I'll ask him what happened to the deck. Maybe he has it, maybe he doesn't. If not, I'll ask Henry from Mowers and Blowers how much a John Deere, is this it? No. A John Deere hauler is worth. Probably at least $500. Parts-wise, though, and I really wouldn't want to part it out. You're talking probably a $300 engine, $150 to $200 transmission, $75 to $100 in rims and tires. I could keep going. The battery, that'll save me $30 if I had to buy a battery if it's got it. Yeah, and I can keep going and going. It adds up, trust me, it does. The deck, if it had the deck, you're talking about $150, $200. And John Deere's, I wasn't going to pass up a John Deere, deck or no deck. I always get top buck for them. So I'm going to film it. When I get there, I'll put this camera in that slot, and I'll have you guys watch me load it. You've seen me sell them off a few times. I know Henry's done this, filming, taking them away. I'm gonna too. I know Henry, sometimes he asks for permission to film. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna tell him I'm filming. I'm just gonna film it, and you guys are gonna watch. I'm doing it on this phone because I needed my other one that had the internet to get me there. I don't want to get lost out here in these country roads. It's a nice area. You know, if I was to stay in the state, this is definitely the type of part of the state I'd like to live in, something like this. But this is, out by Princeton, so this would not be, cheap. But I'm saving. I want something nice. My uncle lives in Howell. He's got a nice stretch, and a big building. He's got probably 30 tractors in there now. I got him into it about 2.5 years ago, and he's got 30 tractors now. He started with 0. So that area is okay. I don't know yet if I stay in Jersey, which I do want to because of the economy. But again, the winters. It's the winters. But if I meet a nice girl, the winters won't hurt as bad. It won't bother me as bad. I won't be as depressed. Because in the winter, you get, lonely and freaking miserable. But, yeah, there's tractors all over here. Just tractor run over here. I want him to know I'm filming. It's 19 Runyon Mill Road. We're at 23. So it's going to be probably right after that bridge, I'm going to guess. As long as I'm already on Runyon Mill Road. Thing just died on me, my GPS. But it said I arrived at it already. Nah, what number is that? What's that? That's 13. What, I already get off Runyon Mill? That's like, there's a neighborhood in my town. It goes from, it's called University, and then it turns into Eggers. I didn't know that for years. I always thought it was just University, and then you make it's not even like you actually make a turn. You bear right, and then it turns into a different road. Yeah, I gotta turn around. The whole thing is Runyon Mill, but I need 19. And this truck is too big to just swing around, so I'm going to have to do one of these jobs. Pull in here. But, a house like this with a garage. And then I can have a separate, bigger garage or a building in the back. In an area like this. It'd be perfect for me. right? That's it. Something like that. And then the only other thing I need is a wife. A wife. And then, what comes after a wife? A couple kids. And I'm set. It's gonna happen. You know, I'm getting myself out there. I already started talking to some girls. I shouldn't even call them girls. They're not girls anymore. We're not kids. Young ladies. Well, you know, for the moment, right? At 36 years old. For a guy, that's 15. For a guy, we don't have a clock. You know, I could get married at 50 and have kids when I'm 55. It wouldn't matter, even though that's really when you probably more than likely become a grandfather, rather. I think this might be 19. It is. Oh, yeah. But, no, I'd like to get married around by 40, probably about the same. There's the tractor. About the same time as I get my house. One of my friends said you should get with a chick first, and then she can help you to, you know, put the monies together to get a house. That would be nice, too. That would be ideal, too. But it's stuff I should have dealt with when I was much younger. Would I hit something? Sorry. Sorry about that. I hit one of his little post things. I can't see shit. How are we? Good, good. That was good. Make it come up a little bit more. I got the wind anyway. Cool. Look what happened. That
straight in with nose first. I mean, it don't. I guess it don't really matter. That's just usually how I do it. Mainly because if I do it the other way, and I've had it where the hood blew off, and broke off on me. Test of it, the winch this year. Alright. Which remote turns it on? Because I have a spare one. Probably not that one. Okay, so it's going to be this one then. Maybe you had taken it off after you heard the rattling sound?
No, I took them off. I was replacing a fuel stop on another tractor, and I just pulled them off here because I wasn't going to do anything with it.
That would have been nice if that's all it was.
That would be not sounding right.
Yeah, but you know, when I turned it by hand, I heard the compression. I could still hear compression, so that's a good sign. So whatever it is. You know, it might just need a valve adjustment. Who knows? You know, when they get out of whack, don't make that funky sound. So you never know.
We're not got time to mess with.
Right? Yeah. Well, I enjoy doing this stuff, so it's much better for me than like I don't like working on cars, but this stuff I like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's so easy, it's simple.
I'm just starting to work my way into it. Actually, my other one shut down. I think part of the gate in the carburetor going into the engine. It's starting up, but it just sounds shitty. So I'm about to tear that apart.
Okay, yeah, you gotta watch the fuels these days. The ethanol, leave it in there.
Oh yeah.
After 3 months, that's it. The gas starts to degrade already.
And there are a couple. I don't know if you've ever checked. There are a couple gas stations around here that have no ethanol.
They do?
Unleaded. It's like $6 a gallon.
Still, I would buy it. What station?
Check out. Go to a website. It's called something like ethanol free.
TrueFuel.com.
That might be it.
Yeah.
Most of them are airports that have lead in gas, but you can find that there are a few around here. I've been around New Brunswick.
Yeah, there's one in East Brunswick, but it's $9.99 a gallon. And then I found out, I think it still actually has ethanol in it. It was an error.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's racing gas, but I think it's still got ethanol. So the only places you can really get it at, or like you said, airports or marinas.
Right.
Right.
The leaded fuels.
But even at $6 a gallon, that's still cheaper than that True Fuel shit, which is
like
$20
the Home
a
Depot.
gallon.
Oh
yeah, it's crazy. It's
forget that.
insanity.
I'll put a little bit of that if I'm putting it away. For the winter.
Then it makes sense.
Put like a couple ounces in the carburetor.
Especially like a chainsaw, then it's good because that stuff's a lot harder. That's the big machines, you can't afford to run it on that. It's too expensive.
Yeah.
I still have the thing unhooked. Just still learning how to use this thing. I just got this truck in July and I put that on it. It's like the third time I'm using it. Yeah. first one, it was faulty from the get. Actually, the first one, the remote was dead, so I had to take that one back. The second one, the motor was faulty, and this is the third one.
Wow.
Luckily, they were all within, the 90 days.
That's good.
Yeah.
Can't be Harbor Freight for most things.
If you buy one from Harbor Freight, just get the higher end one, not the cheapo one. That's the mistake I made. So stuck with it now. But I mean, it's working for now.
It didn't come with like the gate in front.
Yeah, it did have it. I just didn't.
Yeah.
I just really didn't need it there. But it had that. What do you call it? That thing with the rollers.
Oh, right. Yeah, to keep it from shooting off to the side. I forget what you call it.
But yeah, it comes with that. Yeah, that's the one thing you gotta watch though, that it doesn't come off track on you while you're way down there, because if you get too far in, you get it jammed up, that's it. If I took one log with me just to put in between here so it doesn't hit against this?
No, not at all. Whatever looks like to have at it.
Alright, great. I forgot to bring mine. Usually I bring chalk, so in case it rolls forward and load up.
Whatever works. Most everything on the ground's heading for the
anyway.
It's
okay, cool, yeah. This way, in case it does roll.
Yeah.
I had one that in the fall. It was a Craftsman, same engine. It was the compression release on the camshaft that went bad. So you just had to open it up. These engines they make now, they're real shitty. They only last a few years. But there's a compression release on the cam and just a little spring. And what happens is you first turn the motor on, it bumps the valve to make it easier to start.
Right.
And then when it runs, centrifugal force moves that thing out of the way when it's moving super fast.
Okay.
The thing breaks off.
Oh.
And then it won't start because it's under way too much compression. And then boom, you gotta open up and put a new camshaft in. And that's what happens a lot of times. But it's got compression still, and I don't know. We'll see.
Hey. I hope it's easy for you.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's always a puzzle. It's always a mystery.
Yeah.
And I enjoy figuring it out.
Everybody's got their thing. I think firewood's become my thing. Chopping, splitting, cutting, the whole deal.
Yeah. Well, you know what? In high school, they didn't offer this stuff. You know what I mean? And if they had, I would have been into this stuff back in 18, 19 years old. I would have been way ahead of the game.
Right.
Everything I know, I learned on YouTube about this stuff.
Join the club. My dad couldn't screw a screwdriver. It wasn't his thing. You know.
Now you can learn just about anything.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll end up probably selling it, like you said, as a hauler. I'll fix it up and sell it as a hauler. I'm sure somebody will be able to use it for that.
I was going to say, it wouldn't even, and not, well, transactional seem heftier weight than it was probably meant to pull going up and down hills. So it's not going to be a long-term one.
Yeah, nothing crazy, but just something to move a wagon full of some wood around.
A couple 100 pounds, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, you guys got to see it, I think, sorta. The engine turns over. It just makes a weird sound. It might just need a valve lash. Let me get my directions going, if I can find my other phone now. I have 2 remotes for that winch, in case the one ever goes bad again. Like when I bought the other one, I have... Yeah, where the hell is my phone? Oh boy. There's the main one, right? Where the frick is it? No, that's not good. Where the hell is my phone? There it is. Ah, Lord, it was hiding under that center console. The one that has no lid. I got 2 more true upgrades I want to make to this truck. I want to tint the windows. At least the sides and the back one, legally. As legal as I can. And then I want to... this center console that I have, it doesn't have a lid. It only has just a center area and a whoa. Don't tell me somebody else is giving it. No, okay. Somebody's selling a John Deere like that one for $1,000 with the deck. I was like, don't tell me somebody else is giving away a John Deere. So yeah, it doesn't have the deck. It's missing a lot of the components for a deck. So it'll either be listed as a hauler or I will part it out. Most likely I'll list it as a hauler. I got to talk to Henry from Mowers and Blowers. He'll probably say it's worth at least $500 as a hauler, even as a John Deere. The engine does turn over. The battery is good. It's making some kind of sound. When I turned it over by hand, it had compression still. So the compression release, I believe, is working, because it's not like crazy compression, you know. It's not like where it's you don't have enough to where you can't even turn it over at all, you know. That's symptom. Okay. It may just be valves way out of spec. It could be a slid valve guide, although that's more common on the twins. It could be something real simple. The fuel lines were unhooked. He said he unhooked them for some other reason, but he forgot about that. At first he said, oh, wait a minute, maybe that's just the issue. That wasn't just the issue. I'm just getting the directions, and then we're heading off. See, that phone that's filming, it doesn't film as good as this one, but it doesn't have internet, and so I can't use it for directions or to listen to music. This one I can. The problem is this one, this one works, but the battery dies quickly. I have a spare battery for it, but it's not charged. So I either got to get one of those battery banks for it, or I have to... It's time for me to upgrade anyway. But that's the situation. I got to get that other battery charged back up, so when this one dies, I'm able to just swap the battery so I have more time. Once I get to the turnpike, because that's where I have to go, then the rest of the way I don't need directions anyway, but for there I do. Alright, so that was me. Let me see. We'll go a little further, get on out of here, and then I'll shut it down. But yeah, that was me picking one up. The ramps are a lifesaver. The winch works pretty well. The line did come off track and almost went off to the side where it would have gotten jammed. Luckily, I caught it right away
because that does happen. It happened on the other one I had that I had to return, and it got all screwed up, so you got to be careful about that. And then it did start having that delay, that where it wouldn't want to keep going, like it was delaying. And I think it's just because they're a crappy unit. They're not well made. The other one completely died on me. This one, not completely, but it seems like it's starting to do that same shit. And I'm pretty much stuck with these for right now because that's the ones I bought. So, alright, I got a bus with its lights on in front of me. I'm going to cut it off here. I was picking one up. Hopefully it came out well. I'll get it uploaded later because I don't have internet on this phone. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Hopefully the footage came out pretty good. See you later.